The living room smells of cedar and dog fur, a scent that's home more than any address I've ever had. I'm Nora, 28, single, and tethered to the world by a golden retriever named Benny, who's sprawled across the rug like he owns it. Benny's 5, with eyes that see straight through you and a tail that wags like it's telling a story. He's not just a dog. He's my shadow, my laughter, the one who waits by the door when I'm gone. But my sister, Claire, doesn't see him that way anymore. Not since her miracle baby came along. I posted my story on Reddit, a jagged shard of truth. AITA for refusing to babysit my sister's miracle baby after what she did to my dog. It's not just about a dog, not really. It's about love, loyalty, and the lines we draw when someone crosses them. Picture my apartment on a quiet evening, the kind where the light's soft, spilling over the couch where Benny's curled up, his snores a gentle rhythm. I'm sipping tea, scrolling through work emails, my life a careful balance of deadlines and dog walks. Claire's world is different. 32, married and now a mom to a 1-year-old she calls her miracle baby. His name's Eli, and he's a chubby, giggling thing, the kind of kid who makes you smile even when you're tired. Claire struggled for years to have him, and when he arrived, we all wept with her. Me, Mom, the whole family. I was happy to step back, let her bask in the glow, but somewhere along the way, her joy turned sharp, and Benny became collateral, damage. It started small, the way cracks always do. Last winter, I visited Claire's house, a cozy split level cluttered with baby gear. Benny came along, as he always did, his leash loose in my hand. He's a good boy, trained to stay on his mat, quiet as a shadow. I set him up in the corner, far from Eli's playpen, and we chatted over coffee, the baby gurgling happily. Then Eli started crying, a sharp wail that made Claire flinch. She looked at Benny, still as a statue on his mat, and said, "I think he's making Eli nervous. Can you put him outside?" I blinked, the words not quite landing. Outside? It was January, the kind of cold that bites your knuckles, snow piled high. Benny's a house dog, not built for that. "He's fine here," I said, keeping my voice light. "He's not even moving." Claire's face tightened, her eyes flicking to Eli. "Nora, I'd feel better if he wasn't in the room." I looked at Benny, his head tilted, sensing the shift. I could have argued, could have pointed out he'd done nothing but exist, but the air felt heavy, like a storm brewing. "We'll head out," I said, grabbing his leash. "It's getting late." Claire didn't stop me, didn't soften. I drove home, Benny's warmth beside me, and told myself it was just a one-off, just new mom nerves. Strike one, I thought, but I let it slide. Family's messy, right? You forgive, you move on. Weeks later, we met again, this time at Mom's for dinner. Benny stayed home, his absence a quiet ache. Claire was all baby talk, Eli's first words, his wobbly steps. I smiled, nodded, but then she turned to me, her voice casual but pointed. "It's probably best Benny doesn't come around Eli anymore, you know, because he's a dog." I froze, fork halfway to my mouth. "A dog?" I said, trying to laugh it off. "He's family, Claire. He's not some stray." She shrugged like it was nothing. "I'm just saying, babies and dogs don't always mix. I'm protecting Eli. Protecting, like Benny was a threat. Not the dog who'd let her kids climb all over him before Eli was born." I felt Mom's eyes on us, her peacemaker instinct kicking in, but she didn't speak. I swallowed my hurt, said, "Fine, I'll keep him home," and changed the subject. But something shifted, a crack widening. Claire wasn't just a new mom. She was rewriting rules, and Benny was out. I could have lived with that, could have kept my distance, but then came the weekend that broke everything. I was out of town for a work conference, 2 days in a city, 3 hours away. Claire called, her voice frantic. "Nora, our place is getting fumigated. Can I stay at yours with Eli? Just for the weekend? I hesitated, picturing Benny's toys, his food bowls, his space. But she was my sister, and her voice sounded desperate. Sure, I said. Just take care of Benny. His food's in the pantry, water bowl by the sink. Let him out every few hours. Of course, she said, and I believed her. I trusted her. That was my mistake. Sunday night, I came home, my suitcase rattling behind me. The apartment was too quiet. No thump of Benny's tail, no jingle of his collar. Benny, I called, my voice echoing. I found him under the bed, trembling, his eyes wide and scared. My heart dropped, a cold weight in my chest. Buddy, what's wrong? I coaxed him out, his fur matted, his body shaking. He clung to me, whining soft and low, like he was telling me something terrible. I checked the kitchen, no food or water bowls out. The laundry room door was shut tight, a chair wedged under the handle. I opened it and the smell hit me. Stale. Air, no light, no trace of Benny's things. My hands shook as I pieced it together. Claire had locked him in there alone for 2 days. I called her, my voice ablaze. What did you do to Benny? She sounded annoyed, not sorry. He was staring at Eli too much, making him fussy. I put him in there to keep things calm. Staring? I said, my voice rising. You locked him in a room with no food, no water for 2 days? He's terrified, Claire. He's fine, she said, like I was overreacting. Dogs can handle it. Eli was my priority. I saw red, the kind of anger that blurs your edges. You're never stepping foot in my house again, I said. You're lucky I don't call animal services, she gasped, then fired back. You're blowing this out of proportion. It's a dog, Nora, not a kid. I hung up, my hands trembling, so hard I dropped the phone. Benny pressed against me, still shaking, and I held him, whispering apologies he couldn't understand. It wasn't just a dog. It was Benny. My heart. The one who'd seen me through breakups, late nights, every quiet moment of my life. Claire didn't just lock him away. She dismissed him, dismissed me, like our love was less because it didn't wear diapers. A month later, she called again, her voice all sugar now. Nora, I'm going back to work. Can you watch Eli 2 days? A week? It'd mean so much. I laughed, not because it was funny, but because it was absurd. No, I said, flat and final. Find someone else. She flipped, her sweetness gone. You're being bitter and selfish. You don't understand what it means to love family unconditionally. Unconditionally? I said. You hurt Benny, Claire. You don't get to hurt what I love and then ask for favors. She hung up, but not before telling Mom, who called me that night. Her voice soft but heavy. Nora, I know you're upset, but Claire needs help. Eli's her world. Can't you be the bigger person? I closed my eyes, picturing Benny under the bed. His fear, her indifference. I'm done being the bigger person, I said. She crossed a line. Mom sighed, but I didn't budge. That night I opened Reddit, my fingers flying over the keys. AITA for saying no to babysitting my nephew because of what she did to my dog. I posted it, raw and unfiltered, needing someone to see me, to see Benny, to see the hurt that wasn't just about a dog but about a sister who'd stopped caring. The sparks lit, and I'm standing in its glow, Benny asleep at my feet, Claire's words a distant echo. She's out there, probably cursing my name, and I'm here, wondering if I've cut too deep or not deep enough. What do you think? Am I right to hold this line, or am I letting anger blind me? Tell me, because this story's aflame, and I need your eyes on it. Share it if it burns you. Pass it to someone who's fought for what they love. And if you're with me, stay close. The blaze is coming, and I want you to feel its heat. The apartment feels smaller now, like the walls are closing in, holding the echo of Benny's trembling whine. I'm Nora, 28, still tethered to my golden retriever, Benny, who's curled up beside me, his warmth the only steady thing left. It's been days since I found him hiding under the bed, scared and starved after my sister Claire locked him in the laundry room for 2 days while she stayed at my place. Her excuse? He was staring at her miracle baby, Eli, making him fussy. I told her she was done here, banned from my home, and when she asked me to babysit Eli 2 days a week, I said no, flat and final. Now she's painting me as the villain, and I'm spilling my truth on Reddit. AITA for refusing to babysit my sister's miracle baby after what she did to my dog? The fire's blazing and I'm caught in it, wondering if I'm fighting for justice or just burning bridges. Morning. Breaks, gray and heavy, the kind of light that makes everything feel like a confession. Benny's at my feet, his eyes softer now but still wary, like he's waiting for the world to hurt him again. I've been checking on him constantly. Fresh water, extra treats, long walks to remind him he's safe. But every time I see the laundry room door, my stomach twists. I picture him in there, alone in the dark. No food, no water, just Claire's indifference locking him away. I keep the door open now, the chair she used as a barricade shoved into a corner like evidence. My phone buzzes, a text from Claire, all sharp edges. You're seriously holding a grudge over a dog? I needed help, and you shut me out. Some sister. I stare at it, my coffee cooling in my hand. A dog. Like Benny's just a thing, not the heart of my days. The one who greets me with a wagging tail when the world feels cold. I type back, my fingers steady. You hurt him, Claire. You don't get to demand my help after that. I hit send, but it doesn't ease the ache. She's not sorry. She's angry, like I'm the one who broke something. Mom calls next, her voice a familiar mix of worry and guilt. Nora, Claire told me about the babysitting. I know you're mad, but she's struggling. Eli's her miracle, and going back to work's overwhelming. Can't you help just a little? I grip the phone, picturing Mom's kitchen, her hands twisting a dish towel as she speaks. She's always been the glue, holding our family together. But this time, her words feel like a weight I can't carry. Mom, I say, slow. She locked Benny in a room for 2 days. No food, no water. He was terrified. And she's not even sorry. She was stressed, Mom says, softer now. Eli's sensitive, and she's trying to protect him. She didn't mean to hurt Benny. Didn't she? I ask, my voice sharper than I intend. She didn't check on him, Mom. She didn't care. And now she wants me to drop everything like it didn't happen? Mom sighs, long and heavy. I get it, Nora. But family means forgiving, even when it's hard. For Eli's sake, I close my eyes, picturing Eli's chubby cheeks, his tiny hands. I love him, I do. But loving him doesn't mean erasing what Claire did. I'm not her babysitter, I say. She needs to own this. We hang up, the silence louder than her words. I look at Benny, his head resting on my knee, and feel a pang of guilt. Am I punishing Eli for Claire's mistake? Or am I just protecting what's mine? I don't know anymore, but the anger's still there, hot and alive. And I'm not ready to let it go. I open Reddit, needing something, anything, to anchor me. My post has exploded, hundreds of comments piling up like kindling. The first one I read feels like a spark. NTA. Your sister abused your dog and expects free childcare? Hell no. I exhale, a knot loosening in my chest. Someone gets it, sees Benny as more than just a dog. Another, she's using her miracle baby as a guilt trip. Don't fall for it. I nod, grateful for strangers who cut through the fog. But not everyone's on my side. YTA, one comment bites. It's a dog, not a kid. You're letting a pet come between family. I flinch, the words digging deep. A pet? Benny's not a pet. He's my family, my constant. Another, ESH. She was wrong, but refusing to babysit hurts your nephew, not her. I pause, picturing Eli, innocent in his crib. Is he the one paying for this? The thought stings, but then I remember Benny's trembling, Claire's shrug, and the guilt hardens into resolve. The thread's ablaze now, thousands of voices clashing, NTA, YTA, ESH, each one a mirror reflecting a piece of me. NTA, animal cruelty is a red flag. Keep her out. YTA, you're being petty over a one-time mistake. NTA. She fumbled her own favor. One comment sticks, buried in the noise. You're right to protect your dog, but family's a tether. Cut it, and you might drift. I reread it, my throat tight. Am I cutting too deep, risking the ties that hold us? Or is Claire the one unraveling us? Claire's taken it public now, texting our family group chat. Cousins, aunts, even Dad, who usually stays out of drama. Nora's refusing to help with Eli because of her dog. Guess family doesn't matter to her. I can almost hear her typing, her voice dripping with righteous hurt. Replies flood in. That's harsh, Nora. Claire, what did you do? Kids come first. You know, I don't respond. What can I say? That Benny's fear was real, that Claire's cruelty wasn't a mistake but a choice? That I'm tired of being the one who bends? My cousin Lila texts me privately. Her message a lifeline. Heard about the fight. Claire's out of line, but she's desperate. You okay? I type back. Not really. Just trying to protect Benny. She replies with a dog emoji and a heart. No lecture, no guilt. It's small, but it's enough to keep me steady. I take Benny for a walk, the city buzzing around us. Horns, footsteps, the hum of life. He trots beside me, tail wagging, but I notice he flinches at loud noises. A new habit since the laundry room. My heart aches, not just for him, but for what's breaking. Me and Claire, the sisters we used to be. I think of her now, probably, pacing her cluttered house, Eli on her hip, telling herself I'm the selfish one. Does she feel the crack between us, or is she too wrapped in her own world to care? Reddit keeps burning, a chorus of strangers picking sides. NTA, she doesn't deserve your help. YTA, you're holding a grudge too long. I want to reply, to explain that it's not just about Benny, not anymore. It's about trust, about how Claire dismissed what I love and still expects me to carry her load. But the words feel too heavy, too tangled for a comment box. I think of Mom's plea, Claire's anger, the family chat's judgment. Am I standing tall, or am I the one lighting the match? The blaze is roaring, and I'm in its heart, Benny's warmth my only anchor. Claire's out there building her case, and Mom's hoping I'll fold. Reddit split, and so am I. Part of me wants to fight. Part of me wants the sister I lost. What do you think? Am I right to hold this ground? Or am I letting hurt burn too bright? Tell me, because this fire's alive, and I need your eyes on it. Share this if it scorches you. Pass it to someone who's fought for what they love. And if you're still here, don't leave. The ashes are coming, and I want you to see what's left. The apartment breathes easier now. It's quiet no longer. A weight but a soft exhale. I'm Nora, 28, still anchored by Benny, my golden retriever who's sprawled across the couch, his tail thumping like a metronome. Weeks have passed since I found him trembling under the bed, locked away by my sister Claire, who thought his staring upset her miracle baby Eli. I banned her from my home, refused to babysit Eli when she asked, and poured my hurt onto Reddit. AITA for refusing to babysit my sister's miracle baby after what she did to my dog. The fires burned through. Claire's anger, Mom's pleas, Reddit's verdict. And I'm standing in the ashes, sifting through what remains of my family, my fury and me. Morning light spills over the hardwood, catching Benny's fur in a golden haze. He's better now, his flinches fewer, his eyes bright again. I've been deliberate. Extra walks, belly rubs, whispered promises that he's safe. But the laundry room door stays open, a reminder of Claire's cruelty, her shrug when I confronted her. It's a dog, Nora. I see it every day, that empty room. And it's not just about Benny anymore. It's about trust, about how she dismissed what I love and still expected me to carry her load. I stroke Benny's head, his warmth steadying me, and wonder if I've drawn my line too deep. My phone's been silent since Claire's last text, the one calling me selfish for refusing to help. No more family group chats, no more mom trying to mend what's torn. It's a relief, but it's lonely too, like standing in a room where the music's stopped. I check Reddit, a habit I can't shake, needing those strangers' voices to fill the quiet. The thread's slowing, but comments still trickle in, each one a spark in the dark. NTA, one says, fierce and final. She abused your dog and expects favors? That's entitlement. Another, protect Benny. Family doesn't mean taking abuse. I nod, grateful for the clarity, the validation that I'm not crazy for loving him so fiercely. But the other side stings. YTA, a comment cuts. You're punishing a baby for your sister's mistake. That's low. I wince, picturing Eli's giggle, his tiny hands. Is he caught in this? Another, ESH. She was awful, but your refusal's petty. Kids need family. I linger there, the word petty sharp as a splinter. Am I petty, or am I just done bending? I think of Benny's fear, Claire's indifference, and the guilt softens but doesn't break. I'm not wrong, I tell myself, but the doubt lingers, a shadow I can't shake. I walk to the kitchen, pour coffee, the mug warm in my hands. Benny follows, his collar jingling, and I think of Claire, her cluttered house, Eli on her hip, her exhaustion. I don't hate her, not really. I remember us as kids, braiding each other's hair, stealing cookies, swearing we'd never drift apart. When did her miracle baby become a wedge? When did Benny become a threat? I don't want to lose her, but I don't want to lose myself either. And right now, myself is the woman who chooses Benny, who says no when it hurts. By noon, I'm restless, the apartment too still.
I called Lila, my cousin, one connected me with the religion turned ugly, picks up her voice bite, but full Nora. I'm the one
who hurt her. Lila sighs. She's stressed, but she was wrong. Locking Benny up like that? That's not okay. You did what you had to. Did I? I ask, my voice smaller than I mean it to be. Mom says I'm cruel, that Eli needs me. What if I'm hurting him? You're not, Lila says, firm. Eli's got parents. You're not his keeper. Claire needs to face what she did, not guilt you into babysitting. I nod, even though she can't see me. I miss her, you know? The old Claire, before all this. She's still there, Lila says. But she's got to meet you halfway. Give it time. Time. It's a fragile hope, but I cling to it, picturing a day when Claire and I can laugh again, when Eli and Benny can share a room without fear. But that day's not today, and I'm not ready to reach out, not yet. That evening, I take Benny to the park, his leash loose, his joy a balm. He chases a squirrel, barks at a passing bike, and I laugh, the sound surprising me. The city hums. Around us, kids shouting, cars honking, life moving on. I think of Reddit's words, the ones that stuck. Family's a tether. I haven't cut it, not completely, but I've loosened it, let it fray. I don't regret saying no, but I wonder what it's cost. Not just Claire, but me, the sister I used to be. Back home I sit with my laptop, Reddit's glow the only light. A new comment catches me. NTA, but talk to her. Not for babysitting, but for you. Hurt doesn't heal in silence. I pause, the words sinking deep. Talk to her. I picture Claire's face, tired and guarded, and wonder if she'd listen. I draft a text. I'm still hurt, but I'm here when you're ready to talk. But I don't send it. My finger hovers, unsure. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe when Benny's tail wags without fear. Mom calls again, her voice softer this time, like she's walking on eggshells. Nora, I don't want this to break us. Claire's wrong, but she's struggling. Can we find a way through? I swallow, the ache in my throat sharp. I'm not shutting her out, I say, but she needs to own what she did. I can't pretend it didn't happen. I know, Mom says, and I'm sorry I pushed. I love you both. I love you too, I say, and it's true, but it doesn't fix the crack. We talk, a little longer, about her garden, Benny's latest tricks. And it's not a bridge, but it's a step, a way to keep the tether from snapping. That night, I curl up with Benny, his warmth a shield against the dark. I think of Eli, innocent in all this, and make a quiet promise. I'll see him soon, maybe at the park, just us, no babysitting required. But Claire? She's got to earn her way back, not with apologies, but with actions, with respect for Benny, for me. Reddit's voices, NTA, YTA, ESH, are fading, just echoes now. The truth's messier, somewhere in the gray where love and hurt collide. I'm not the asshole, I know that, but I'm not a hero either. I'm Nora, choosing my heart, my home, my dog. The ashes are warm, full of what was and what might still be. Claire's out there, maybe softening, maybe not. And I'm here, Benny at my side, holding my ground. What do you see in these ashes? Was I right to stand firm, or did I let pain cloud my love? Tell me, because this story's ours to carry, like embers we're tending together. Share it if it moves you. Pass it to someone who's fought for what's theirs. And if you've stayed this far, don't go. There's more to tell, more fires to light, and I want you here when they catch.